Hello boys and girls, it's Glenn Parker, High Vibration Foundation, also Glenn TV. Thank you very much for joining me, and I wanted to do just a quick video. So that time of day, everything is going on. There's people coming to Vegas, there's people leaving. Well, the planes coming this way are last time I checked it was 40 million people in 1 year that spend an average of $500 a piece. And that's why we basically pay zero, well, next to nothing in property taxes. It's 0.078% last time I checked. And there's no personal taxes. So like, California and Nevada, or California and Arizona and New York, you get like personal, you have to pay your state tax. There's no state tax here. All the homies that come and drop off all their cash pay your state tax. So thank you to all of you that are doing that. I wanted to do a quick video on the retirement of my favorite bag. It is here, and you can see that some places on it, it's just coming apart. And instead of grabbing it in the places you're supposed to grab it, like on the places that you're supposed to grab it, a lot of times I would just, grab the whole thing, and I'd put extra stress on it. But this thing is getting old, and I finally took all the things out of it. You can see it's seen better days. The padding inside is also coming apart, and but I love a billion little pockets and whatnot. I just love that. And I just have a plain gym bag with one giant pocket and one big like inner place to put a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. When I'm out at the thrift shops, I probably will scout around just to see if I can find another. This is like, I think, a hiking bag or a trail bag or something. And you can tell how old it is. This is the place for your cell phone. And, this is like the size of my hand. Now, most cell phones are not like, like mine is huge. This is like an old school bag. I think I've had this like 5 or 6 years, and it was old at the time. So I wanted you guys to say goodbye to it, and me to say goodbye to it before I go put it in the trash. I would give it to Savers or something, or if I was any kind of, I used to be wicked with a needle, and in 6th grade, my teacher, Mrs. Sharp, Mrs. Sharp, in 6th grade at William Green Elementary in Lawndale, used to do the Nutcracker dolls for the Nutcracker that was at El Camino College. I think that's Gardena or Torrance. And she used to have the kids pseudo-volunteer, like each person had to do one of these things as a class project, boys and girls. And I ended up doing one, and I learned to stitch and make all these little fancy little things for the dolls. And I think I made at least one. I was supposed to do another one, and some of the other people had to finish it. In any case, that has been a lost art. Glenn is no longer in 6th grade, and it has been a little while. I'm sure I could probably patch that thing up, but it would look like Frankenstein. I don't think that would be appropriate, and I still have a fear that it might like just come apart at some point in time, because it really is coming apart at the seams. So this is the new bag. It's very simple. Ta-da! I think you can see that. Yeah, so it's basically boom, boom, boom. These are the things I take on a daily basis. So this is enough for a couple days, just in case I don't come back home. Yay! Which, hopefully happens a lot more often than not. A pair of gloves to go put into the car. This is not a part of the sex bag. This is part of the just in case, or you need to change a tire bag, and that's going into the trunk of the car. I usually keep, these are like $2 at Harbor Freight, and they're badass. I have done so much work in these types of things. These are brand new, but I have other ones that I've done things that would just tear apart any other pair of gloves. And you get some extra little gripping power because they have this weird little plastic on them, and you can actually get a really good hold of things. So it's the standard stuff, this is the fun bag, new batteries were needed, changed out the batteries every once in a while just to make sure things are going to be working and there's no interruptions. On with the show. So J-Rob, whey protein, however many ounces that is. I think that's 8. This is the glutathione supplement, the glutathione. That's about 8 ounces, and there's a little scoop in there too that I cut the handle off. And Genesis, and this is the, if I even spelled that right, this is like vitamin C and probiotics and just all of your essential everything's made from a rice, and with all of the, like the shell still on it, so it has all the essential nutrients and whatnot. So these 3 here, getting pat at all over the place, are like the core, and then, you know, a charger for my phone, an extra charger off of eBay. There's nothing in here, but I use this like if I need to corral receipts and whatnot. And then, you know, the fun bag, and then this has like extra vitamins, like it's corralled and little baby bottle. Here, I'll show you. There's like little baby bottles in here of other things. This I used to buy organic germanium. This thing was like 50 bucks, and there was 50 vegetarian capsules, but it was called organic germanium, but it's basically, that's one of the strongest immune system builders. They gave it to people in Asia that are having bone marrow transplants when they irradiate them and are resetting their immune system. And that was, it used to be the only thing that helped bring my immune system up to a point where I could, you know, function or live. And the bottles in these things are cute little bottles, like, so 50 capsules, these were like $1 a capsule, and I needed 2 or 3 a day, aside from the other things I needed. But there's other vitamins in here. That one says sex, boys and girls. It has an item called Steel Libido, and it has like arginine and horny goat weed and like a flaxseed oil and stuff like that in it. And it basically is like an initiant to kick up hormone levels, testosterone particularly. But there's a couple other things in there like arginine capsules and whatnot. So if I do grab my go bag and it is for playtime, then before I leave, I take a few of these. You don't need Viagra, you don't need any of that other crap. You know, in Viagra and Levitra and a lot of other stuff, they add arginine and other type properties to give you that little extra pep. It's not just the chemicals and the other things that are in there that are actually engorging your libido. It is a lot of, they put some natural things in there too. So I choose the natural things. Don't get me wrong, every once in a while, if I'm going to have an epic adventure and I know I'm going to a swingers party, I know I'm going to be out all night and I want that little extra edge, sure, I'll take, you know, if somebody has some, you know, Viagra or Levitra or whatever, I'll take some. But as a rule, you know, vitamins. So there's all these little things in here. There's traditional Chinese medicine. This is reishi, and it's all chopped up and ready to go. So if I'm feeling something come on and I'm out in the real world and I need a real strong, this has germanium in it along with all kinds of other immunogens. And if I need something just to kick up my immune system in a hurry, or if I'm entertaining, if I am somewhere and I want to make like some reishi tea, some proper reishi tea. This is from China. I bought this off of eBay, shipped from China to me. And it wasn't in this bottle, obviously, but I chopped it up from the raw root and I made a powder so that you could actually make teas and whatnot, or take it raw and just swallow it if you're in need of immune system boost. So there's all kinds of little things like that in here. Hell, what else is in here? That's more vitamins. There's something called Nepronol in here, which is an anti-inflammatory. It's for the most part, it's all natural. It's anokinase, cellopectase, CoQ10, magnesium, and something else. But it chews up all the fiber and all the scar tissue in your body, and it reduces a long-term marker for inflammatory response. And nighttime, so this is 5-HTP and GABA, I don't know, something else. It's called Zen. It's GABA and theanine, which is a smooth muscle relaxer. So if you've had coffee during the day and you're having restless leg syndrome or whatnot, if you take these two together, some 5-HTP, if you take 5-HTP, calcium, and the Zen, which is GABA and theanine, you will sleep like a damn baby. And just in case I'm out and about, and if I've stressed myself out during the day, or if I'm just in an unfamiliar environment and I don't have my white noises in the background, like C sharp, because I played that every night, and I'm in a foreign environment, I have some of this to take. Damn, I'm prepared. There's all kinds of stuff in here. I'm just also a sensitive butterfly. I like to have things. Oh, and this is raw ginseng root, red pamplex. raw ginseng root from China. I bought it chopped up because it is, once it's dried out, this stuff will break your knives or dull them to all hell. So I bought them, if we can get a look in there, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna take one of those out for you. I don't have any place to set this camera down. I'm gonna find something so that I can do show and tell outside. It's nice out now. Come on, yay. So that's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? There you go, you can see that. And you know, what you do is you break a little piece of that off, ideally. You can make a tea if like your sexual episode or workout is going to be, because there's something called genocides inside ginseng, and they're synthetic in that they can be uptaked like testosterone. And so it gets uptaked into the hormonal process to, you know, for sexual desire. And if you take some of these, well, you know, there's a little powder in there. Yay, boys and girls, put a little bit in there. And you put it under the tongue and just let it naturally go and seeding it to your circulatory system by putting it under your tongue. It becomes very bioavailable, and it's not being broken down by the acids in your stomach, so you get a lot more out of it. So you get more bang for your buck, you need to use less. So what you generally do is take a little piece off of one of these, put it under your tongue, about at least an hour before you're going to have sexual activity and or exercise. You know, it's great for exercise too. It's more testosterone you have running around in there when you exercise for men, the better. You know, there's obviously a limit. Ooh, a whole bunch of powder came out. Yeah. And I just got a brand new clean bag and I'm already getting shit all over it. That's what it's for though. And then on the outside, there's a little first aid kit, has band-aids and stuff in it. My selfie sticks. These are anti-aging packets, but they have all your amino acids and they just a ton of good stuff in here. Some little bit of Chinese medicine. It's a very holistic boost. And if I'm doing too much during the day, I don't take them every day, but if I need a little exercise, a little extra boost, I will take this. And if I have enough of a heads up before a booty call, I'll take this in succession with some other things and boost up my ability to have higher cardio. And you know, my keys are in here, STD test, because sometimes for playtime people feel comfortable, a lot more comfortable if you show them that you have taken the time to go and get checked out. It's professional courtesy to others. And selfie sticks and keys and whatnot. I tried to keep it simple. I cleaned out a lot of, you know, things that were in there. Let me put this down on the ground, boys and girls. So that's kind of what Glenn has in his go bag. I can't show you what's in the toy section because this video will probably get deleted because they are toys. And many of which need batteries, other of which would be probably even a little bit more telling into my life than you want to know. But that's all the news that's fit to print today. That's not the only thing that's gotten done. I have been working on my production website and honing that down. I think it's ready. I have actually set up Bitcoin as a payment gateway on all of my websites. I wouldn't say that I've mastered Bitcoin. I've mastered the back-end e-commerce portion, but I have gotten quite proficient at moving Bitcoins around and setting up different wallets. And I set up a different wallet for each, you know, for the foundation and for my personal site and for the production company. So you now can pay in Bitcoin for any of the services, or you can send a donation or any number of things in the idea of fair trade and a non-centralized currency. So I thought that was really cool. A, I kind of just wanted to see if I could do it, and B, you know, if on one of the crowdfunding mechanisms on the production company, if you want to be an executive producer or anything else, you can just click a button. And if you have Bitcoins that you feel like spending, you can do that. And I think that's just a nice option to have other types of payment gateways. And I'm going to set up more. There's other types of coins out there that are popular. Ethereum, ETC is another one that's really popular, and I've had somebody send me some in that before. And I'm going to do some videos on a different channel on how to do Bitcoin and and to set up payment gateways for e-commerce and all kinds of education that's coming up. In the process of talking to investors to be able to do that, you know, just a small investment to get some infrastructure in place and start grinding that out. And that really is all the news that's fit to print. Oh, there is more news fit to print. I will say, I'm going to put this in a different video. Haha. I'm going to put this in the next video because I think this video is getting too long. I think it's going to stop soon. This phone only will do a certain size video before it freaks out. So thank you again for joining me. Glenn Parker, High Vibration Foundation, coaching life, business, and spiritual. Also retreats, boys and girls. Don't forget retreats. Down below in the description is lots of lots of cool things. Tons and tons and tons of links, personal email address, all kinds of things, social media and such. Find a link that feels good, that is speaking to your heart, and follow it, and you will find the things that you want to experience in this lifetime. And if you do like this video, please do like, subscribe, and share. Yay!